We stand tall, we rise as one. No lapels, the work ain't done. No. Motor leading from the heart, never run. Truth and care in everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. Team full of truth and a chat full of cheer. Moki in the seat, steady steering the ship. Every topic got depth, every comment got grip. We don't tear folks down, we just build them up. If you're moving off love, then you one of us. Know the pride in the room and the vibe so loud. Every bell in the check gon' rep that crowd. We stand tall. What's right and we hold that line. It's the chat where the truth and the love collide, where the voices don't hide and the pain gets light. We see you, we feel you, we fight for the cause. Every kid, every tear, we break down walls. When you hear that bell, that's the call to act. We family now, and that's just facts. We stand tall, we rise as one. No lapels, the work ain't done. Motor leading from the heart, never run. Truth and care.
She said, Miss, I need help, not homework. That was a cry for help, not no classwork. Laid on the floor, tears in her eyes, but they passed her off like she told no lies. Mama scrolling, teacher blind, system broke, turned off the sign. She ain't run, she was pushed through cracks. Now they act like they don't know facts. Yeah. Oh. Whispers in court, lies on the stand, trying to say she vanished, y'all don't understand. Screenshots missing, evidence gone, but her pain still speaking through every song. Say her name like you scared of light, but the truth gon' shine in the dead of night. We still asking, we still press. She ain't no runaway, she was suppressed. Still ain't right what they did to that child. did that crib? Chains on the freezer, tell me who lives like this. Motel clips and a glitchy feed, but they lost the footage when they caught the lead. Who you protecting? The ones with chum, while a young girl vanished without alarm. We heard the whispers, we seen the shade, but you can't hide truth, it don't fade. Still ain't right what they did to that child. Still ain't right, we've been screaming for miles. Still ain't right, they erased her life, but I swear on my life, she's still gon' rise. Still ain't right what they did to that child. Still ain't right, we've been screaming for miles. Still ain't right, they erased her life, but I swear on my life, she's still gon' rise.
Hello, 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 everybody. Happy Friday, guys. Happy Friday. Thank the Lord. It's the end of the work week for most. And y'all know how I feel. It's always a blessing to log into YouTube and to see each and every one of you here. Indeed, it's a blessing. For those of you that are here, welcome, welcome, welcome. Y'all know what it do. Here at MOCA, everybody's somebody. No big I's and no little U's. Everybody is to be respected until they disrespect. And as I say that, to my moderators tonight, those of you that have that option for the 24-hour timeout, when disrespect hits this platform, 24 hours is what they get. And I'll handle it from there. There's nothing more distracting than me having to address a troll. But they came in so swiftly the other night, nobody could keep up. But tonight we're not going to do this because there's no way they're going to, or think they're going to interrupt what I was called to do. So now that we got that out of the way, if you haven't hit that like button, please hit the like button for your girl. Share the live stream out. Those of you who have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do so. Emojis to the side. Show your girl some support. Hit that up as well. We're never here for a long time, but we do make the best of the time that we do have here. We're a family here. We built this community on love and respect. What's not meant for us, we don't want it. We won't entertain it. Because one thing I know is that when you're doing what's right, the attack is going to come. But we have no room for what they're bringing. So we're going to move right on along and get this live stream started. Because these babies didn't stand a fighting chance among these devils. They are who they are. They are who they are. And one thing we've learned and discovered is that right now they can't stand in their own mess. They're having a hard time accepting who they are. And because they have a problem with accepting who they are, now they're making it content creators' problem. And MOCA won't have no problems. So we're going to move right on along. And before I get into speaking to my beautiful people, I'm going to cover us in a little prayer. Cover me in a little prayer. Happy Friday once again, guys. Most gracious and Heavenly Father, before a word leaves my mouth tonight, Father God, I need you to meet me here. Meet me right here where I stand, Lord. Touch my mind so that it stays steady. Touch my tongue so that it speaks with grace. And Heavenly Father, I ask that you touch this platform so that it forever remains a place of light. Heavenly Father, you know the weight. You know the weight, Lord, that comes with this calling. Every attack, every whisper, every attempt to shake my peace. Father God, I also know that you didn't bring me this far to leave me, nor did you bring me this far to be silent. So Father God, I ask that tonight you wrap me in your armor, Lord. Let peace be my protection. Let discernment be my defense, and truth forever be my sword. And as I speak, Father God, I ask that you let no bitterness slip through, only purpose, only healing, and only the power that comes from you. And Father God, never can I forget my subscribers, their families, my moderators, the replay gang, and those in the clouds. I ask that you bless them, Lord. Bless every person that's listening. Remind them peace is never a weakness. Peace is a warfare, and it's done the holy way. Father God, when this live stream is over, let me leave. Let them leave. Let us leave here strengthened and in perfect peace. In Jesus' mighty name, I lift this prayer to the heavens. Amen, amen, and amen again. And before I get to speaking to each and every one of you, I have to say that I just want to speak on peace for a second. I had a live stream scheduled last night. But then I decided, let me protect my peace. You see, when you walk in purpose, you'll notice attacks, they come harder. They'll hit your name, they'll hit your focus, even try to play with your finances if you let them. But peace is a weapon. Peace is the weapon that they don't expect you to use. So, taking a night to breathe, to pray, to regroup. That's not quitting. That's strategy. Because a peaceful mind can see through the lies, and a covered heart can't be manipulated. So not just me, even you, if you had to log out, cried out, or just sit in silence lately, never apologize for it. You're protecting the vessel that God is using. And that's forever sacred. And that's exactly what I had to do before coming here tonight. Protect your peace, guys. Protect your peace. Growing up, if you never learned anything in life, one thing I know I've been taught: the devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. And the devil gets no glory here. Never again. Never again. Because I know whose I am. I know whose I am. And you should know whose you are. So let me get here and get to speaking to my beautiful people so we could get this started. Once again, happy Friday, you guys. My beautiful sister Living Life is up in here. I see you, sister. My beautiful Maudie, I see you. I see you. And my sister from another mister, I see you, Kristen. I see you, my love. I see you. Kristen said, guess who's back? She's back again. Oh, she called them some witches, girl. Hey, Rosalind, welcome, my love. Happy Friday to you. Dolores Draper, I see you, my love. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, Venetia. Welcome, my love. My beautiful sister Deidre is up in here. Hey, baby, happy Friday to you. Hey, April Webster, welcome, my love. Wendy, I see you, boo. Happy Friday, my love. Kimberly Earls, happy Friday, beautiful. Hey, Sassy, welcome, my love. I'm here and listening, out with mom, celebrating her. Girl, you tell mom, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Enjoy her. Please enjoy her. That's a gift. That's worth celebrating. Go get her, my girl. Hey, boo. Welcome, welcome. Happy Friday to you, boo. See you, no nonsense. Happy Friday, my love. Hey, Colette, welcome. Steffi Jean, welcome, sis. Miss Ali, I see you, my love. Thank you for hitting that like button. Happy Friday to you. My beautiful sister Platinum is up in here. Hey, sis. And look at my other Rough Rider. I see you, I'm enough. Welcome, sister. Happy Friday, beautiful. Leah, hey, boo. Happy Friday, mama. Hey, Bernice. Happy Friday, baby. Happy Friday, Essie. I see you, love. My beautiful sister, Sean B. How are you? Happy Friday, boo. Samantha, I see you, my love. Happy Friday, gorgeous. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, Carla. I see you. I see you. Hey, Rhapsody, welcome, boo. Cool Girl Sisters is up in here. Hey, mama, happy Friday. Hey, Virgo White. Welcome, my love. Happy Friday to you. Leah, thank you so very much for that super sticker, my love. We have to protect our peace, guys. My girl Leisure Lady is up in here. Welcome, boo. Happy Friday. Dolores Draper is a new member. Welcome to the Nola Bells, my love. Rhapsody, thank you so very much, sweetheart, for that super sticker. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Trina Ellis, welcome, baby. You're most certainly welcome, cool girl sisters. We're family over here. We're family. My beautiful sister, Terrific. I see you, boo. I see you. Take your time, my love. The devil don't like when you pull on their coattails, and I just saw it. Hey, Charlotte Stewart, welcome, my love. Hey, Miss Linda Jackson, I see you, baby. I see you. Welcome. I'm enough. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Great is he that is in me than he that is in the world. Yes, Lord. Charlotte Stewart, I always appreciate you, my love. Thank you for that super sticker. So we're going to get started. And nope, I see my beautiful sister Charlotte's Web here. Hey, boo. Happy Friday, my love. Hey, Tootie Scott, welcome, boo. Oh, thank you, my love. Tootie says, Smoke, I'm here to say I don't give a damn if you Queen Elizabeth, Mary, Joseph, or the Lamb. I love you, boo. I love you even more, sis. Linda, thank you for the super sticker, baby. Love and appreciate you as well. We're a family here, y'all. And that's what they don't like. Everybody is not going to stand for what they're throwing. They've done enough damage. They failed too many children. My beautiful sister Rock is here. Hey, sis. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Melissa, welcome, boo. Hey, Paula, welcome, my love. Hip hop is up in here. I see you, boo. Happy Friday, my love. So we're back in here. We're back in here, guys. And you know this family is one like I've never seen before. Like I've never seen before. The predatory behavior. This is far from normal. Far from normal. To us, it's a sin and a shame. Hey, Animo, welcome, my love. To us, it's a sin and a shame. But to that family, it's acceptable. Hey, Tony, welcome, my love. It's acceptable for that family. But then they get upset because they want us to normalize their nastiness. Not here. Not ever. Tonight, we're not just going to talk about Shannon and Jarvis Butts. Because when you trace the roots of what happened to those babies, when you trace the roots of what really happened to those babies, it goes deeper than Shannon and Jarvis Butts. The things that has been shared on these platforms through their very own family interviews, comments, testimonies. It shows a pattern that started long before Shannon and Jarvis ever met. A pattern that, according to relatives, it began inside that very household with Annette. But they want us to normalize that. I'm not here to be the judge nor the jury. But when multiple family members experience the same kind of abuse, you have to ask yourself, who introduced those children to grown men? Who allowed that sickness to take root? Us normal people have to say something is terribly wrong. My beautiful sister, Leanne, welcome, sis. Thank you so very much for that super chat, Storm. Welcome, sis, and happy Friday to you. My sister said prayer for all those babies. I love y'all, and there ain't nothing y'all could do about it. Justice for them all. Yes, ma'am, that's it, and that's all. Justice for them all. Because what I don't understand, they're out here swinging and they're out here fighting. But nobody thought to swing. Nobody thought to fight what Annette was putting down. Nobody thought to swing. Nobody thought to fight what Shannon and Marquita was putting down. Nobody thought to swing, and nobody thought to fight all the shit that Jarvis put down, and he did a lot. But he did no more than they allowed him to do. He did the shit that he saw them do. It was a norm. Hey, Tracy, welcome, sister. It was a norm. So all he did, he fell right on in with what they were doing. But they're out here and they want to make it everybody else's problem. Own your shit. And remember, when you lie, you have to continue telling lies to cover the lie that you initially told. And it's been established. They're liars. They're nasty. They are manipulators. They're trash. And they none should be around children, because all of them, in MOCA's opinion, are predators. Each and every one. And I ain't just speaking on those that's inside of Annette's home. Speaking of those that would sit there and go to Annette, the matriarch, Auntie Annette, partying and doing everything y'all thought y'all were big and bad enough to do, but yet closing a blind eye to what was happening to these children. I guess it was okay for you hoes to close your eyes and turn your head, because in y'all mind, y'all were saying, well, it ain't me this time. It ain't me this time. Because y'all grew up with it. But y'all were smart enough, or so y'all thought. Y'all were smart enough to keep your own children away from there. Because you knew what happens on Elm Street. Nightmare after nightmare after nightmare. And y'all knew it was going down with these children. And y'all allowed it to happen. Annette, you should be the first one in line to be handcuffed and rolled away. Because as a grandmother, you groomed them. You groomed them. You groomed these kids to believe that being with older men was normal. Then right next to you, there was Shannon and Jarvis, watching, learning, and then repeating those same behaviors. Then what began as exposure turned into exploitation. Y'all started making monies off these babies. But that was y'all normal. And these same raggedy hoes that's coming out here arguing and trying to scratch, they were part of the problem too, because they saw it and did absolutely nothing until it was too late. If they stood for anything, they would have stopped Annette when they became adults and reported that nasty shit. But yet they continued going there. They continued going there. But then when it was one of their own that said Jarvis touched him, then they felt it was a need to go into go mode. So if one of your own hadn't got touched, CPS would have never got involved. But yet y'all want to come out here and make the world believe that y'all really cared about those children. Y'all did not give a damn about those children. And facts are facts. Hey, Toy, you're welcome, baby. Facts are facts. Because the one thing that I do believe, if y'all really cared about those children, Naziyah would be here today. The abuse would have never happened. How do you give a man so much leverage to where he run out of children to touch? Y'all allowed Jarvis Butts to molest these girls. He didn't have a pick. Shannon didn't have a pick either. Because it is my belief that as he was doing what he did, she was right there. It's enough. It's enough that Annette trained you all to be who you are. Y'all harmed children in that household. Poor Naziyah had been abused so badly, introduced into a world that most grown women have not yet seen. From the age of 2 years old, when Naziyah got in Annette's care, Naziyah has been abused. Shannon, you know about it. You were there. You were part of the problem. And just as Naziyah was touched, just as Naziyah's childhood was compromised, Shannon, you didn't stop there. You and Jarvis Butts also manipulated and compromised your own child. How does a woman carry a child 9 months, Lord, and have no feelings for it? How does a woman carry a child for 9 months, go through all those birthing pains and have no emotions for that baby, and turn right around and molest it? Not only molested, not only are you molesting them, but it got to the point to where these babies ended up pregnant with babies. But y'all want us to normalize your nastiness. Generational curse, really? Really? Hey, Carla, welcome, baby. Shannon and her sister, Marquita. It was brought to our attention they were playing, so they claim. They molested all the young cousins that visited that home. But that's normal to them. Then they began molesting cousins, nieces, nephews, and now years later, that pattern bled into their own children. This type of trauma, you nasty ass people have normalized this shit for decades. The shit that y'all are doing, this ain't random. It's learned behavior, and we cannot overlook that shit because it's not normal. These learned behaviors are passed down through silence and survival. What happens in my house stays in my house. Every generation, and for that extended family that's in my fucking bushes that don't understand what every generation means, that means y'all sorry asses too. Y'all look the other way. All y'all did was taught the next one how to hide it better. Hey, Shrell, welcome, baby. And that's why so many of these children never stood a chance. They were born into a system that treated abuse as a routine, so they normalized it. And we have to understand it wasn't just Jarvis that failed these children. That family structure failed these children first. All of those hoes that saw the signs and said nothing. These bitches that participated and then walked around like it was normal. And that's the reality that we're dealing with in this very moment. Hey, Shanier, welcome, my love. I'm not trying to sensationalize shit. But that generational silence is deadly. But now you hoes are standing on the outside. And y'all are now seeing in real time what it looks like when it explodes in the public's eye. And you hoes can't handle it. The truth is ugly. But the truth is also necessary. And that's the problem that you raggedy hoes have. But yet it was allowed to keep happening. Because one thing we know, predators, they don't thrive without protection. And in these cases, because it ain't one confined case, in these cases, that protection turned into permission. And when I say permission, you people kept these children quiet. Everybody knew and did nothing. Everybody. You threaten these children. And today, you have one missing that was abused over and over and over again and pregnant with child. How many times over, we'll never know. But we do know that wasn't her first pregnancy. Then you have another baby. Shannon, your own daughter, Shannon, abused the same way. Pregnant. You hoes ain't shit. Let me grab some comments from you guys. Sean says, I wonder if in the extended family's absence, how would they have wanted other family to handle this if it were their child? Make excuses, bitches, or take charge. Yeah, that's what I thought. Exactly. Exactly, Sean. This is disgusting. But it's our fault. It's our fault because they can't stand in the shit that they created. Sean says Jarvis knew. Jarvis knew that he would fit in. He saw it. He knew what it looked like. Yes, ma'am. A predator recognizes another predator. Leanne says, the sad part is Annette ain't that old. She could have stopped the poison. Hey, Evelyn, welcome, my love. She could have stopped the poison. Yet she kept it going. I have no idea how she sleeps. Leanne, I pray to God she don't sleep. Because, Leanne, what I can't wrap my mind around is how can a grandmother, how can a woman sit back and watch this type of damage being done to little girls and do nothing about it? These very little girls that she trained to be with grown men. And then when shit goes left and things happen, they're sitting in a space that they're sitting in now and still don't want to assume responsibility for it. My sister Tootie says, I think the Harris family introduced the predator behavior to Gamble family. And they spread like wildfire. Tootie, I believe it. I believe it. Exactly, Sean. Never would Annette get a title. Bitch, you could never be a miss. And you damn sure couldn't be a goddamn matriarch. Look at what kind of examples you set. Look at what kind of examples. You're supposed to lead by example, Annette. Nothing but trash. Nothing but trash. Leanne said, I always said from the beginning, it's the grandma's fault. Definitely it is. Definitely it is. It started with her. Hey, Cynthia Harmon, welcome, my love. Tony says, Mocha, I tried to send you something yesterday. Unless I can get Kristen to hit me up. Kristen, if you can, reach out to Tony, please. Thank you. Sassy says, I will never address any of them with Miss, Mrs., Auntie, Ma'am, or Woman. Sassy, I understand these bitches are not decent. They're not decent. They're not worthy of a title. But they are worthy of handcuffs. And they're long overdue. My biggest problem is Naziyah and Janiyah has been exposed out of that household. Imagine the ones that have yet to be exposed. Hey, Taisha, welcome, boo. Imagine the ones that have yet to tell their story. For grown-ass women, sick-ass women, the entire clan, I'm leaving none of them out. They're all sick. They're walking around here mesmerized by the way a child looks. Hey, Lillian, welcome, my love. How the hell can grown women be fascinated with a child. Fascinated to the point to where you're willing to put a child out there to prostitute herself at your command to bring money into the home when you are already receiving government assistance. Hey, Natasha, welcome, baby. You are already receiving government assistance for these babies. But yet you're sending them out there tricking. Annette, you ain't shit. Shannon ain't shit. Marquita ain't shit. Annette, your sons, they ain't shit either. Marquita, that little nigga you had living up in Annette's home, Drake, he ain't shit either. Eric Gamble ain't shit. Every man that passed through Annette's home, touching on these children, ain't shit. I said it, and I will not take it back. Because who in the hell, Shania, my love, thank you so very much for that super sticker, baby. Who in the hell does this? Sean B says, I wonder how Florentino or whoever that was feels since all the lies they told on Dee's channel has come out. Shannon and Nasty Granny made a liar out of you. All the lies they told. This family is one of a kind. And I pray to God that there's never another one out there like that. You guys that's in the bushes, if you don't mind, we don't beg. But you're here for a reason. Hit the like button. Because what you're going to get here is unfiltered truth. I'm not sugarcoating shit. I have no reason to lie. My only purpose and my only mission is these babies. I don't give a damn about you grown hoes. I want you to know that. For what you all did, these children, you don't deserve the little air that you continue to breathe. And that goes for all of you bitches. My sister Charlotte said, the thought of that nigga. Jarvis Butts had the audacity, that part. Jarvis Butts had the audacity to videotape what he was doing to his daughter. It's so bad his team can only view it. They all knew. Charlotte, let's talk about it. Sis, Jarvis Butts hey, Deborah Crosby, welcome, baby. Jarvis Butts was not only nasty. Jarvis Butts was brave and he was bold and he was open with what he did to these children, because Jarvis Butts never was really punished the right way. Jarvis Butts got no punishment when he did it to the 4-year-old. And the same prosecuting team that's trying to get him off the face of the earth right now is the same team that let him walk when he did this to this 4-year-old. So make it make sense. That's the sickest goddamn man I know. But with that sickness he had, he went walk over to another recognizable predator, and that was Annette. One predator knows another. He got to Annette's home, Charlotte, and Jarvis was very, very comfortable. I see you, you see me, you know what's up. And they clicked. And he stayed around. Annette played with Jarvis first, testing the waters. Jarvis so used to playing with little children, he did not want that runaway slave coochie. He didn't want it. So what she did, she pushed Jarvis' butts off on flat head, deep eye, long teeth, Marquita. Marquita comes out here lying about, I don't like light-skinned men. But you liked light-skinned men long enough, Marquita, to get pregnant by Jarvis Butts. That's the first baby Jarvis Butts made in that home. We can't believe nothing you people put out here. Some say, and this is where the lie becomes a lie. Shannon, you came out here and you said Marquita did not bring that baby here because she didn't like Jarvis, but she didn't like light-skinned men, so she had an abortion. That's what you said. And when Jarvis Butts got with Marquita, Marquita was around the same age with Naziyah. Right? So let's talk about it, y'all. How could you say, Shannon, y'all could not take Naziyah? Y'all could not take Naziyah to the doctor. Y'all couldn't take her to the clinic. Y'all couldn't take her to the hospital. Y'all couldn't take her nowhere because she was pregnant at that age. So y'all had to let her bounce around here pregnant. And just like y'all let her bounce around here pregnant because y'all didn't want no questions coming to Annette, Marquita, your ass bounced around here pregnant too, bitch. So the question remains, where is the baby, Marquita, that you had for Jarvis Butts? Nobody talks about that. Where is the baby that you had for Jarvis Butts? So as if that wasn't enough, Jarvis Butts moves on to Shannon. All in the same house. First Jarvis with Annette. He made a baby with Marquita. Now Shannon backdoored her sister and went lay up with Jarvis Butts. Shannon, were you that thirsty for a man? Were you going to backdoor your sister, knowing that she was either with child or hadn't had that baby, You backdoored your sister and you laid up with Jarvis Butts. And then you became the baby making machine. That's what you did. Mm-hmm. And then together, you all created an enterprise within Annette's home that they didn't need an outside entity. Y'all were the enterprise. Y'all were the enterprise. Tell the truth and shame the devil. And then here goes Jarvis Butt's nasty ass. How could you lay up with your own daughter? So just know, if you videoed your daughter, monster, if Jarvis videoed his daughter, there's videos out there as well of him and Naziyah. You could best believe that. Now the question remains. Who? Who was actually there when this was taking place? Who was there when it took place? Who did the videoing? Was it Shannon or was it King? Who recorded that video? Was it another minor child that he made record it? Hey, Becca, welcome, baby. Was it another minor child? Hey, PJ, welcome, sis. This is ridiculous. Leanne says, I sure do hope the Mucinex twins are listening. They are. They are. Charlotte says, lady knew too. I told y'all from day one this bitch knew. Everything that took place in Annette's home, nobody could make me believe lady didn't know. I have no sympathy for her. Lady hands are dirtier than we imagine. And sis, I'm with you. If lady really loved her daughter, right? If lady really and truly loved Naziyah, there's no friend, there's no cousin, there's nobody that I was willing to send this video to. It would have got handled one or two ways. My way and then their way. Because after I had done what I had to do my way, then they would have gotten the video. Then they would have gotten the video. Like I said, lady has been in this all along. All along. And I've always said lady was staying quiet for a reason. Lady did not want the heat. Lady did not want to be fingerprinted in this mess. Lady did not want to come to the front of the class. She knew a lot. A lot. Sean B says, Shannon, stop saying you didn't know. That only means you weren't paying attention. And that's just as bad, if not worse, you slob. See, Shannon is so slow, sis. I believe Shannon believes. I believe Shannon believes if she keeps saying she didn't know, I think Shannon believes if she keeps saying she don't know, she believes that shit is going to magically disappear. Shannon, that ain't how this shit work. It's not how it work. Annette led y'all to believe that all your life you could have pushed it under the rug. But Shannon, at this stage, we're past the rug, baby. We are beyond pushing things under the rug. Kristen says MOCA is that way because these people are heartless. Yes, ma'am, we discover that. Oh shit, Marty. Marty said butts, no bikes. And he cycled every one of them hobos. From Madam Annette, Auntie Peaches, oh shit. Auntie Kawana, Puffer Fish Face Twins, Aunt 20, MD 2020, he was the mechanic for them all. Damn, Marty. But Marty, baby, I could believe it because Marty, what gets me is every time, I'm gonna tell you, the devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. Every time we speak on the matriarch, it ain't but two people that we speak on. And then here come the broken record, swinging. I get it. The broken records come swinging because the broken record is trying to protect the matriarch. Because the broken record hands are dirty too, right? The broken record comes swinging anytime you mention Jarvis Butts, because I do believe Jarvis Butts has laid with the broken record. Ain't the broken record is swinging harder than Shannon. And Shannon laid up there and says proudly she had 5 children for him. What is it about the broken record that they're swinging so hard? The broken record is protecting him as well. Right, hip hop, they really think that shit is normal. Sassy says there's no way in hell the devil's in that house didn't know. And as much as they run their lips, I bet others knew too. Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure. Sean said they knew it wasn't normal. That's why it was a family secret. You only cover up what you know is wrong. That part, sis. And they covered it the hell up. Or so they thought. Or so they thought. They covered this shit up for so long. Now, baby, this is not how this goes. Leah says this has to be the most demonic shit I've ever heard of. My goodness, this shit is diabolical, Leah. And boo, hang tight, it only gets worse. Only gets worse. Damn sure our normal ain't their normal. Shannon, if nobody ever told you, bitch, you're going to jail. So get ready. Get ready. Annette, you too. Get ready. Marquita, accessory, before and after the fact. Get ready. Sassy says every week it seems to get worse. And this isn't even close to the end. You understand? This is crazy. When you think you done heard the worst with these trifling ass people, here comes some more shit. But you want to blame everybody else except yourself. No, we're not going for that. Definitely we're not. We're not. Travis, hey Travis, welcome, boo. Travis said, "Mocha, I can't believe the broken record tried to, oh, she tried and failed. I give her no attention. I'm finished with the devil." Dolores says they just thought their dirty deeds was not gonna come out. CPS ain't reported. So they thought they was in the clear. Exactly. And when they locked their ass up, locked CPS workers up with them. Because CPS failed those children. How do you walk in a home such as Annette's and see all these red flags? And leave those children there? I don't get it. Heartless. So when is enough enough? My sister Sean says, the men in that family obviously ain't shit, because I have friends that would have made Jarvis butts move around and never come back. Well, Sean, it was said right here on this platform that, and you know, I don't buy much of the shit they say. It was said right here when they attempted to speak, when they attempted to address the wrongdoings that the matriarch had been doing. The men of their family, Annette's sons and the uncles and the cousins, told them to shut the hell up and be quiet. So it goes back to what I said before. It was an enterprise. But yet these same men went on to be with women and have children. So everybody's just being nasty. Trying to grab y'all comments before I move on. Hey, Michelle, welcome, my love. This family, oh my God. Tootie Scott says, I know the extended family has to say some type of, they saw it. They saw it. Tootie. That extended family, they participated in the predator type behavior. Annette's been doing this shit all her life. So my question is, why, if you know this is going on at Annette's home, and you are so righteous, and you're for what's right, and you're all about saving the children because you know what the fuck you done experienced in Annette's home growing up, why didn't you step in long before? Because Jarvis Butts did not just get into Annette's home. Jarvis Butts been in Annette's home. The signs were there. One predator after another predator after another predator. Y'all know the pattern. All Annette's husbands were predators. Extended family members. Didn't Annette have her men try, y'all? Tell the truth and shame the devil. But y'all don't know how to do that. All y'all ever known all y'all life. All y'all known all y'all life was fighting, fighting the truth. That's all y'all know. Fighting the truth and being nasty. That's all you hoes know. My girl Sassy says, Mocha, what they are calling lies is the roasting you do, or the opinions we toss around. And that's what they call lies. That's what they call lies. Because they can't separate the two. This is some disgusting shit, y'all. All of them. Sassy says just because the CCs, all of us bounce shit around from their lives that they spit out in fighting each other doesn't mean they're lies. Exactly. Exactly. And the problem with that is everything that came to the light. Hey, Patrima. She said Annette had demons and is a Jezebel, a narcissist, and a sociopath. I could agree. I could agree. Sean says, and Shannon went behind her own sister. But you don't flex about that, huh, ho? You're desperate and you're nasty. See, that's the type of shit they don't want us to talk about. Because I asked once more, Marquita, where is that baby that you had, ma'am, for Jarvis Butts? Where? You people are disgusted. Exactly, Sassy. If they're lies, all we do is try to piece their shit together because it seems so crazy. Cynthia Harmon crazy. Hey, Daquan, welcome, love. Cynthia says, you mean to tell me they fuck the same man? Ew, that shit nasty. It's nasty to us, but it ain't nasty to them. Peggy, one of the moms are going to give you my email address, baby. Thank you, sis. Thank all of y'all. Welcome, welcome. Thank you. Peggy says, Cynthia, thank you so very much for the cash app, my love. Peggy said whatever she did with the money because I don't see how she came up. Who you talking about, Peggy? Evelyn, I'm with you, baby. I don't like them either. I don't like them. Venetia. King came across trying to be a victim. He tried to play that card to be a victim. King is far from a victim. We know that. We know that. Charlotte's Web, you know it, girl. I've been saying it since day one. I don't too much backtrack the things that I say. Hey, Kelly Butler, welcome. Kelly, welcome, baby. Mocha, you right. They all nasty hoes. They're nasty, boo. Guys, if you don't mind, could you please hit the like button? Thank you very much. Shannon. Shannon. See, this situation, in my opinion, now I can only give you all my opinion. This situation should have never escalated this far, if we're going to be perfectly honest. But that family felt that they could have kept lying, kept hiding, kept covering up for one another, kept sweeping shit under the rug, and they felt all of this was supposed to magically disappear. But now they see that this is not the situation. They thought the day would never come when it would be revealed how much danger and the harm that they've done to these children. My heart hurts for these children. It really does. Shannon, you've yet to tell us where's Naziyah. And that's what the people want to know, Shannon. Where is Naziyah? Because you do know. We know you know. How do you know? How do you think we know, Shannon? Look at how you're looking, Shannon. You're not eating. You're not sleeping. You're just running. Naziyah is eating your ass alive. You're running around here looking like a whole bobblehead. Miss Detroit, my sister. Happy Friday, baby. Welcome. Naziyah is going to make every last one of you pay. Tootie Scott says, where he recorded that? I bet not. It bet not be at Ned's house, girl, at the shop. Energy on high. Welcome, my love. Keely says he was comfortable with the devil and the devils. Keely, he was. He was. And they made him comfortable. They made him extra comfortable. Evelyn Gentry, thank you for the super sticker, my love. Charlotte's Webb says, well, they say other family members wouldn't allow their children over there. Well, Charlotte's Webb, those same family members sat on my platform and announced that they would not let their children over at Annette's house. Make it make sense. There was a reason why you wouldn't allow your own there. You knew what happened. You knew what was taking place. You knew what was going on because you were a part of it. You were a part of it. It was shits and giggles for you when it was being done to other kids, knowing that you had experienced this shit yourself. And look at where we are today. Dolores says that tells you right there. When the other family members wouldn't let their children go over there, they knew what was going on. Hell yeah, they knew. They knew. And that's why I could never respect none of them dusty bitches. Not me. Children. How do you sacrifice children for your sick perversion? How? Sister Storm, she says, what if that last child Shannon claimed to have is actually Janiyah's? Everyone was thinking Naziyah, but I could almost guarantee Janiyah was pregnant too. And Shannon was trying to cover it up. Storm, let me close this storm door on you. And you go get out of my head, sister. Because once I realized, and once the word got out, and once it was discovered that Janiyah too was with the child, now I could see it. I could see it. And the sick ass extended family members, they know it too. And they come out here and they cover. They cover it up. And like I said, and I'll say it over and over again, that extended family knows a lot more, but they go out of their way trying to silence the truth. And I've been telling you all for the longest. Shannon is sitting on 3 children and 2 possibles. The last 2 ain't for Shannon. That's her 2 possibles. So Shannon, stop it. It's time for you people to tell the truth, because by the time God finished with y'all, y'all go wish y'all told the truth. Because the whipping he's going to give to you all is going to be worse than any whipping y'all could have ever received in life. Sassy says, there's one thing I don't understand is why didn't Naziyah reach out to the extended ones for help from her phone? Sassy, she did. She did. They said that Annette wouldn't let Naziyah go to them. Said that Annette wouldn't turn her loose. But my thing is this, Sassy. Being that Naziyah reached out to them, so they said. They claim Annette wouldn't let Naziyah go to them. But if you knew in your damn heart that Naziyah was being abused the way she was being abused according to you all, Annette wouldn't have not had the final say so. If it was in your heart, extended family, to do the right thing, even after Naziyah contacted you, you wasn't supposed to let that ride like that. Just like you went and threw them 5 ragged ass balloons in the air, you should have rode a little harder to save her. She reached out to you. She reached out to you. But all y'all could bring y'all ragged asses out here and say, oh, I bought Naziyah some of my daughter's old clothes. What? What? So what you want? What, bitch, what you want? A cracker? A cookie? What you want for doing what the fuck you did? You didn't save Naziyah. But I get it. Annette wasn't turning loose the check for Naziyah. And you struggling hoes needed the income. So if Naziyah didn't come with the payday, you didn't want Naziyah. And that's why we're having the conversation that we're having about Naziyah today. But yet you want to come out here and say content creators are profiting off of your cousin. Nah, bitch. If Annette would have turned that check loose, that was all you wanted. And it didn't happen that way. And I don't believe, I'm like Kristen, Naziyah may have not trusted y'all ragged asses either. Samantha says, do you think Jarvis' mama took him to Annette at a younger age? I don't see that. I don't see that. I think the connection with, and this is just my belief, I think the connection with Annette and Jarvis, it comes from the streets. Because it was said that lady, Naziyah's own mama, it was said that lady introduced Jarvis to Annette. So now I don't think it had nothing to do with his mama. All this shit is street shit. Sassy says, not defending the extended ones, but Annette the devil stopped communication with them. So they weren't allowed there or to see the children. At least that's what they said. That's what the extended members, that's what the extended family member says. But how is it? See, we got to talk about it. How is it that Annette stopped communicating with them, right? So they weren't allowed there or to see the children. That's when they got CPS involved. Annette don't want y'all there. Annette don't want y'all to see the children. But yet y'all still in communication with Shannon. Y'all still in communication with Marquita. And y'all really need to stop lying to the people, because y'all are still going over to Annette's extended. Y'all whole cards are coming out left and right. Dolores said these hoes is fighting the truth. She said fighting the truth is sleeping with each other's man. Dolores, they shared him. They shared him. Cynthia says Annette is the ringleader. A nasty, good-for-nothing gremlin that she is. Naziyah was smarter than they gave her credit for. Smarter than... Kristen says, who could she trust? Right. Naziyah couldn't trust him. At least that's what I believe. Tony said they saw it, but they didn't bring their kids around to the Addams family. Hell no, they didn't. And they bragged about it. Bragged about it. This is nasty. Sassy says, to be fair, it could have been recorded in the vehicle. The shop, hell, with him, there's no telling with his sick ass, baby. Dolores says Shannon also not sleeping because she don't have control over her daughter no more. Her daughter can speak freely and tell the truth. You know what? And God is good. God is so good. All those children, it's time that they speak their piece. They've endured a lot. Oh yeah, King is a part of the problem. He was being with those children too. He was being with those children too, and I'm waiting for it to come out. Sassy said if I had a channel and was a part of that group of people, I would be speaking on the ones who are in this shit. Shine light on the devils. Sassy, they're protecting them. They're protecting them and protecting themselves as well. At the end of the day, seeing what we've seen and knowing what we know. Welcome back, Terrific. Seeing what we've seen and knowing what we know. Naziyah was in it by herself. Naziyah had nobody to turn to. Nobody. Welcome, Pretty Wings. Kelly says, I wonder if Naziyah is Jarvis Bush's child by lady. Maybe that's why she been hiding and now having a few feelings to turn in the video. Girl, that's a good ass question, right? With that family, we can't trust nothing. All we know is Mervyn signed to say he was that child's father. That's all we know. That's all we know. Look at my sister, Dr. J, showing out up in here. Thank you, my love, for the gifted memberships. Thank you so very much, Dr. J. That family is sick, and that family is very, very disgusting. And this kind of evil will continue breathing. It don't survive because people don't see it. It survives because people sit there and accept it. That's how it survives. Somewhere along the line, thank you, Rod, Naziyah was smarter than all of them, and she was. And she was. But y'all, somewhere along the line, what should have been called sin, what we know as sin, they rebranded sin. These nasty people rebranded the word sin and called it a whole damn family business. This shit is not real. And in that household, that behavior was so common, it became a normal. They never called it abuse. They just started saying, well, shit, that's just how things are. The younger ones grew up thinking that attention from grown men was a form of love. That's how Naziyah got caught up. She knew they didn't love her. So she accepted whatever Jarvis Butts dished out. Because to her, that was a form of love. And by the time this shit got exposed, the damage was already done. The barbecues, the birthdays, the family parties, where everybody was there. Uncle, Daddy, the extended cousins, Annette's sons, and even outside men. They laughed, they drank, they watched them little girls move around in plain sight, and nobody said stop. Nobody said this is wrong. But instead, these hoes whispered and giggled and laughed about it and was happy it wasn't their child there. I got the nerve to say Naziyah was fast. Got the nerve to call this baby fast. And that very word, fast, that's the lie that continues to protect predators. Jarvis Butts knows how this works. Jarvis Butts told those people when during his interrogation, hey, I told Annette that Naziyah was calling me. What? He trying to cover his own ass. Who failed her? Y'all calling a fast though. And any time a family starts believing that a child is to blame, that whole fucking structure becomes complicit. The silence becomes the goddamn shield. And then that shield turns into permission. Come on, Nat. Every time one of you nasty hoes excuse that behavior, and every time people on the outside open their mouth and say, well, that's just how they are. They're handling evil, and all y'all bitches is doing is giving the evil another invitation to destroy another child. That's all that's being done. It's the sickness that festers. Then you motherfuckers want to talk about loyalty. Loyalty to this nasty family matters more than the truth, and I don't give a damn what they say. That's the image. That's what happens when the image of the family gets protected while the children continue being destroyed. Now make me understand what tradition is worth a child's pain. Until that family stop protecting names and start protecting innocent children, is going to forever be a problem. A spinning cycle. But it ain't going to keep happening. Not on my watch. Not in this space. Because the minute we start talking it out loud, that silence that they thought they had, that shit begins to lose power, because then they come scratching and then they want to fight because we done pulled the sheets off of their nasty asses. And that's facts. The sad part about it, these hoes are still walking Detroit like nothing ever happened. How does that happen? How could people move around with that much blood on their hands and that much silence in their damn mouth? They've been programmed to denial. See, when the truth threatens the comfort of that circle, that's when they get to pretending. I don't know nothing. Oh, I don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. Then they coming online, they posting shit like the ghosts, like the hearts of these children are still not crying for justice. Bitch, make it make sense. But one thing I know, accountability delayed, damn sure ain't accountability denied. Justice damn sure has a way of circling the block. Even when people like Annette and Shannon think they're winning. So why they continue to walk like ain't a damn thing wrong? Over here, we gonna keep talking. We're gonna keep shining a light on their nastiness. We're gonna keep shining a light on the injustices, we're going to keep asking the question, where is Naziyah? These hoes that got comfortable living in darkness. And they got to know that pretending not to know won't bring her back. And pretending I don't know what happened won't heal Janiyah. It won't heal the others. So you hoes could save that shit for another episode. Dolores says, I heard the paternity test prove that the guy was her father. Sassy says, nothing wrong with standing up for yourself. But after that, move on to the main character of this horror story. Remember her, Naziyah, all day long, Sassy. All day long. They just don't get it. Naziyah is damn sure a legend. Guys, I appreciate you all tapping those emojis. I really appreciate that. Dolores, thank you, my love, for that super sticker, baby. Hey, Debbie, welcome, my love. Exactly, Leanne. But Leanne, not only the nights that Naziyah spent crying, imagine the nights Janiyah spent crying. And look at how much younger, Janiyah is than Naziyah. And Shannon, you nasty, dirty, slimy, ox-mouth bitch. You allowed a grown man to lay up with your baby. How the fuck you wrap your heads around that bitch? Y'all some sick bitches. Hell ain't hot enough for you hoes. And something needs to be done. Something needs to be done. And Jarvis Butts, bitch, there should be no trial for you. They need to stop wasting taxpayers' dollars on this Jarvis Butts situation. And that's just my opinion. Why put more children through torture? With the evidence that you have now. I know you're trying to save face and make yourself look good that you done a big one, Madam Prosecutor. But we here because you was the one that fucked up in the beginning, right? With what you got, ma'am, you got enough evidence on Jarvis to put him under hell. So why? Why continue to waste taxpayers' dollars? Not only are you wasting taxpayers' dollars, have mercy on these babies. Don't put these babies in a space where they have to keep reliving this shit. Oh yeah, there are people out there that want the story. There are people out there that wants the juice. But God damn it, where's your integrity? Where are your morals? Where's your decency for those babies? And not only for those babies, but for your community. Why waste their tax dollars on trash when you got enough already to send Jarvis Bus to hell to never return? And it would be a great injustice to sentence Jarvis Butts and leave him sit in that county. You have enough to do what you need to do with this monster. Save the taxpayers' dollars and attack something else, because he's proven to be just who he is. You see it. So why keep hurting these children? Hey, Sherry, welcome, my love. This is ridiculous. And this family, I don't like them. I will never like them. Anything that bleeds Gamble Harris blood, please don't ever cross my path. Because how the hell you people could be so casual knowing that there's a tragedy with the baby? As a matter of fact, with several babies. While a child is still missing, y'all on the internet talking reckless. Who the fuck does that? That right there shows you how deep the numbness runs in that family. When pain, or what should have been pain for these babies, becomes mess, when that pain, or what should have been pain, becomes gossip, this shit turns into a party for y'all. Not only are you nasty hoes sick, y'all sick in the spirit as well. I stand here and I'm gonna call out the heart behind you motherfuckers, because y'all ain't got none. Because there ain't no damn way a aunt, a cousin, a friend, a grandma should be that comfortable being reckless, being heartless. And you got babies hurting. You got babies missing. The surviving children will never be normal again. Shannon, you nasty bitch, you allowed Jarvis Butts to take something from these babies that they will never, ever get back in life. These babies damn sure didn't deserve this. And I believe you bitches don't want to be fixed. I believe you're so comfortable and so in tune to being in the nasty realm you're okay with. normal people would have looked to heal. Heal it, in my opinion. It starts the moment somebody says, fuck this, no more, we ain't having it, we ain't going for it, Annette, you gotta go. But that family, they can't stand up to what they call the matriarch. Broken record said anybody that tried to go against the matriarch came up missing. Make that shit make sense. And all I've ever sought after since we've been on this case with Naziyah, the one thing I've sought after was to see the moment just one of them bitches would decide that, okay, I want to break the silence and tell the whole fucking truth, even if it shakes the bloodline up. Because I want to stop protecting Auntie Annette. I want to stop protecting the matriarch. I want to stop protecting all the predators that have harmed these children. But that never happened. They don't realize that the truth would protect those children. But they're comfortable in living and knowing that the lies that they tell and the distractions that they cause, they're protecting the matriarch. They're protecting Auntie Annette. Beautiful soul. Happy Friday, my love, and welcome. These bitches got to know that accountability, it's not about getting revenge on the matriarch. Accountability is about restoration, dumb bitches. It's about saying what was done to these babies will not be repeated on my watch. It's about holding each other responsible. But not that family. This is sad. This is sad. And you bitches have been touched, abused, and molested as well. But let me tell you something. Stop coming for me. And maybe if you hear me out, maybe if you listen, you might gain a little knowledge. Because like if the truth is told, I'm not going to sit on this platform and call you bitches damaged goods. Honestly, y'all are some survivors. You lived through it. But what y'all fail to realize is that instead of you using your stories, because the stories that you hoes are sitting on, they have power. Instead of using the stories that you bitches have to stop another child from living that same nightmare, you hoes rather protect. Y'all rather protect the matriarch. Y'all don't know how to let the truth set you free. Instead, y'all continue to turn a blind eye. And y'all turn a blind eye because that's your comfort zone. When the hell has it become a sin? When the hell has it become a crime to not be able to speak your piece? If you really love your family, like you out here swinging at me, bitch, let me tell you something, Bucket. If you really love your family, like you say you do, bitch, you love them enough to tell the goddamn truth. Love your community enough, bitch, to demand accountability. Because pretending that everything is fine and pretending that nothing never happened, oh, you will never heal. Hey, Lady Libra, welcome, baby. And as for the children, those that are still here, and even the ones that we lost, we owe them more than hashtags. We owe these children more than hashtags and outrage. We owe them protection, y'all, because that family ain't giving it. We owe them education and spaces to understand it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to tell it. That family leads children into brick walls. That family leads children into brick walls. And they listen to their cries. And they tell them it's okay. They don't tend to the bruises. They don't see if they're hurting. They tell them to go sit their asses down. That's the type of people that we're dealing with. This is sickening. Christians said they all make us think that they don't talk to each other anymore. Please tell me why you all at that townhouse, Kristen, call them out. But they think we don't know that they're at the townhouse, Kristen. They think we don't know who they're running from, Kristen. Who they're hiding from. But they're at the townhouse. Shit. Dolores says, always, ever since I started listening to Miss Mocha in the bushes, I fell in love with her God-fearing woman who speaks the truth. And I love that. Thank you so very much, my love. Hey, Dollar Bill. I don't know. Oh, does Annette have living parents? Oh, no. Lois Ben went on to glory. I don't know where Lois at. She ain't heaven. And the devil didn't want it either. Because that was a master witchcrafter there. Leanne said, remember, she asked him, did you ask them? Them who? Her grandma and Shannon. She sure did. She sure did. Naziyah had to get permission. 2 o'clock in the morning, it's okay for Jarvis Butts to roll up. Dropping off his daughter. He done had his way with his daughter, and he's returning her at 2 o'clock in the morning. Now he done had his turn with her, so now he ready to pick up fresh meat. He wants Naziyah to get in a car with him at 2 o'clock in the morning. Shannon, Annette, y'all got some shit to answer to. My girl Tony said she was fast enough to catch on because they are low self-esteem helpers. And she spoke whatever was on her mind. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Marty says Naziyah was everything there was not and could never be. Beautiful, stunning young lady. with a brown toned skin. They profess not like you. Marty, those girls was ugly, even Annette, from the inside out. Gigi and Pookie. Hey, I see Terrific speaking, but I didn't see y'all in here. And we're going through what we're going through because of Madam Prosecutor. Naziyah is going to get the justice that she deserves. And poor Zanaya too. Shannon has a price to pay. Annette has a price to pay. Jarvis has a price to pay. Everybody, I don't give a damn. It may not be today, but the time will come when everybody who touched these children in the wrong way, each and every one of them has to answer for it. And I want to be standing on the sidelines to see it. The Lord says Shannon and Annette, they know where Naziyah is or what happened to her. Yes, they know. They know. Tony said, can y'all just imagine how many victims Jarvis has in that warehouse that Kim Worthless is in possession of? Tony, I thought of that. So why is she wasting taxpayers' dollars? Just knowing the testimony of one child was enough. Testimony of two children was too many. He's a grown-ass man. He should have never had the opportunity to be with one child, letting on them many. So why are they putting the community through this? And that ain't shit. Right, she could go search for a dog, but none for Naziyah. Tony says they need to go to the clinic and get checked out. Even the COs that's messing around with that part. Jarvis is a nasty bastard. They all walking around here with a little bit of this and a whole lot of that. And you know what's really sad? Those little children. Lost their innocence to a monster. And they too are walking around here with a whole lot of this and a little bit of that. Charlotte's Webb says, I truly believe when Naziyah made that comment to Jarvis about Janiyah does too much, I think there was a way of saving her little cousin. This is a lie. This is a lie. It's embarrassing to say the least. It's embarrassing to say the least. They sat here for years, comfortable, thinking this wouldn't go nowhere. We wasn't supposed to uncover this. We were supposed to sweep it under the rug like they did for years. And these children suffered. Naziyah is somewhere still suffering. Poor Janiyah, suffering. Those babies have to. Janiyah's out here now with a smile on her face. She has to wear a mask because the internal hurt is going to be there for a while. Lady Libra says the one picture with Jarvis and the daughter, that baby was scared to death. I felt it through the picture. Think about that picture he took with her in the name of escorting her to the daddy-daughter dance. That was forced. And I do believe with all my heart, when he took her to that So Say daddy-daughter dance, and I uncovered where that daddy-daughter dance was, I believe that night, I believe young Janiyah, because Naziyah was nowhere in the picture, I believe that night that baby was tested. I believe that night that baby experienced other petals. Because the scene, the atmosphere, it was so very telling. Right, Platt? A family of damn savages. And I'm pretty sure poor Janiyah, she started becoming numb to being with her father. The same way Naziyah started being numb. Then Shannon and Annette kept forcing these babies on this grown ass man like that was acceptable. Lady Libra said there's a lot of evidence in those different houses Annette keeps moving from. I'm sure. Dr. J says absolutely, MOCA. They will all have to answer for mistreating those children. Yes, ma'am. Carla Henry, I said the same thing. The neighbors can't make me believe they didn't know something. But they know, Carla Henry, they're afraid of Annette. They're afraid to open up their mouths and speak on her. I'll be damned. And it's heartbreaking to keep victimizing a victim. I don't understand the thought process of the prosecutor. These are children. These are children. So how do you keep victimizing a victim? I don't get it. Sad to say they have to resent their mothers to some degree for making them be around or with him. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Rhapsody says, this case is way too much sad and sickening. I feel so sorry for those children who went through this. Justice for Naziyah and the other babies. I hope Jarvis and the others never get out of prison. Ain't enough prison for Jarvis. And I'm glad that Michigan don't have the death penalty, right? Because he deserves to live out each day suffering. Each day he deserves to suffer. So guys, we came out here tonight and did what we had to do. And I'm happy about it. I'm happy about it. And from this point on, this day forward, we're going to protect our peace. We're not going to entertain those that want to silence us. We're not going to entertain the truth that they don't want us to reveal. We all have been called for a purpose, and that is to be a voice for these babies. And we will do just that. Be a voice for these babies. So our work here tonight is complete. And I'm going to say, I appreciate each and every one of you for dropping in on this beautiful Friday evening. I appreciate the super chats, super stickers, cash apps. Lord knows I do. And I just appreciate you each for having a heart of compassion for these children. Because together we can move mountains. Reach one, save one child at a time. But we have to protect our peace and avoid the distractions. So guys, I'm going to say good night. I'm going to say God bless. I'm going to say I love each and every one of you. And as you lay down tonight, pray for me, because I will definitely say a prayer for you. Pray for our strength. Pray for each other's mental. And pray that God gives us just one more day to be able to come back together again and do what He see fit for us to do for these children. So guys, we're going to get out of here. Good night. God bless you all, and justice for these beautiful babies.
We stand tall, we rise as one. No lapels, the work ain't done. No. Motivated from the heart, never run. Truth and caring, everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This is family. This is family. And we stand tall. Tapping if you real, we don't fake nothing here. Got a team full of truth and a chat full of cheer. MOCA in the seat, steady steering the ship. Every topic got depth, every comment got grip. We don't tear folks down, we just build them up. If you're moving off love, then you one of us. Know the pride in the room and the vibe so loud. Every bell in the check gon' rep that crowd. We stand tall, we rise as one. No lapels, the work ain't done.
we gon' sort that out. But this ain't about drama, it's about love, it's about healing, it's about trust. Every child, every voice, every name in the breeze. We gon' stand for the ones no one else gon' see. So we rise tall, we rise as one. Oh no, no bells, the work ain't done. Won't you lead it from the heart, never run. Truth and care and everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This is family. This is family. And we stand tall. One mic, one tribe, one mission in mind. We protect what's right and we hold that line. It's the chat where the truth and the love collide, where the voices don't hide and the pain gets light. We see you, we feel you, we fight for the cause. Every kid, every tear, we break down walls. When you hear that bell, that's the call to act. We family now, and that's just facts. We stand tall, we rise as one. No the bells, the work ain't done. No, leading from the heart, never run. Truth and care are everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This one's for every voice we fight for and every child who needs to be heard. We see you, we feel you. We stand with the truth. This is Enola Bells. Leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. Stand tall with join the family.
Good night, everyone. And God bless each and every one of you. And we will see you all soon.